turn the heat up, and we're going to get started. So we're going to start in either seated or laying down. All right, you might see us pop in and out of the screen occasionally, but let me just get a check also before I go. Can someone give me a thumbs up? You can hear me okay? Everything all right with that? So Liza, the playlist is on my page. If you click out of this for a second and go to my page, it's on there. All right, so don't start the playlist yet if you are. Thanks, Randy. But let's get started either seated or laying down. And together, take a very deep belly breath in and a long breath out. Another full breath in and a long breath out. And tune in for these opening moments to not only your breath, but to the world that is around you, whatever that is. The sounds of life in your home, as I tune into the sound of the heat that will soon turn on. I hear a faint sound of the birds in the distance. You can hear Dominic's breath and mine. So you just open up into this moment. Remembering that the job of the mind is to think. That's what it does. It thinks. And those thoughts can be distracting. And so we bring our attention to breath or sound. And as you come into breath or sound, also come into body, into noticing where there may or may not be a bit of lingering tension. So you unhinge the jaw, let the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. If the chin is lifted really high, even if you're laying down, elongate the back of the neck. The forehead's lifted because the eyebrows are, soften that. And then notice breath, sound, or sensations in the body. And then together, take another deep belly breath in and a very full breath out. If you've been laying down, maybe you give yourself a full body stretch. And those of you seated, the arms can extend up, taking a full breath in. And as you take this exhale, you'll slowly begin to make your way to hands and knees, taking your time, where you can also hit play on your playlist, if that's available to you. Any music works, or silence, from hands and knees, with your shoulders over your wrists and your knees under your hips. Toes can be tucked or untucked. Take a breath, release the belly and the rib cage and tilt the heart up. Exhale, push the mat away and round the spine. Do that again. On an inhale, release the belly and the rib cage, and tilt the heart up, cat-cow. Exhale, round the spine. 2 more times, just like that, opening up. And then rounding. 1 more. Belly releases, heart tilts up, tailbone tilts up. Exhale, round the spine. Come back to neutral, pause. And for just a moment, either come to child's pose with your sit bones on your heels, or back on to knees with your sit bones also falling on your heels, but lifted tall. Eyes can be closed. When I was thinking about what I wanted to offer as a message for class today, I was reminded of a brief prayer, questions essentially from A Course in Miracles. What would you have me do? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say, and to whom? This might seem like a strange moment to bring this up because we're not necessarily going anywhere, but we are still connecting. And from the space of these questions, what would you have me do? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say, and to whom? We can still tap into our purpose in this virtual world that we're living in. There are absolutely things to do, to say. So I encourage you in the practice this morning to get so quiet in the mind, to give the attention so deeply to the body that maybe these answers rise up. Our thinking mind doesn't always cultivate those answers, but in silence, we often hear exactly what we need to. Together, take a very full breath in and a long breath out. And from where you are, bring yourself into downward facing dog. Maybe in downward facing dog, you alternate the bending of your knees. Maybe you stay in the stillness of downward facing dog. And just a note, the poses that you were just in, child's pose or on your knees with eyes closed, those are poses you can come back to at any time. So together, draw a full breath in and take a deep belly breath out and begin a slow walk to the front of your mat. You'll come to the top of your mat as if you are on the edge of a diving board in a forward fold. From the space of a forward fold, you'll halfway lift on an inhale, and then exhale, empty out and fold. Do just that 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, halfway lift. Arms can be back or hands to heart center. Exhale, empty out and fold. Press down through your feet. Inhale, rise up through your arms all the way up. And then exhale, empty out and fold forward. Halfway lift on a breath. Draw the heart forward, lift the belly. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. We've got time to work our bodies into this flow. So again, take a deep belly breath in. We're gonna do the same thing we just did. As you exhale, start to take a slow walk to the top of the mat. Take your time as you do that so that you can feel the stretch in your legs. As your feet reach the top of the mat, your fingertips might also start to lift up. And then again, halfway lift. Your arms can be back or forward, hands to shins. Exhale and fold. Again, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise to standing. Inhale, press down. Reach all of the way up. And then keep it moving. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift on a breath. And then exhale, plant the hands. And again, step back to downward facing dog. Just be in the stillness of this pose. Tuning in. When we tune into what our bodies need, We take the attention off of the mind. So notice here. Together, a full belly breath in. And as you exhale, one more time, take that slow walk forward to your hands. This time, the inhale just one time, halfway lift. The exhale, empty out and fold. Once again, press down, reach up. We're gonna stay standing. Grab the right wrist with the left hand and draw your torso over to the side. Inhale back to center, releasing that grip in the opposite direction as you exhale. Inhale to center, arms reach up. Exhale, empty out and fold forward. Halfway lift on a breath. This exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank or modified. Modified plank is not the same as hands and knees. Modified plank is plank with the knees just brought down. And so in that space, it's not back here on hands and knees, it's a bit forward. From plank or modified plank, take a very full belly breath in. And as you exhale, lower all of the weight of the mat. Untuck your toes, come to the tops of your feet, lift to cobra on an inhale, and pause here as you exhale. Cobra has elbows bent, chin lowered, heart lifted, hands light. Use the muscles on the back side of the body. Take a breath in, and then exhale, simply lower down. You can keep your hands where they are or take the fingertips off the mat. Inhale, lift up to cobra, sometimes called striking cobra. Exhale, lower down. One more time, inhale to cobra or fingertips out to striking cobra. Exhale, lower down, shift back through knees or through full plank to downward facing dog. This is the building of something called vinyasa, this flow. Together, take a breath in. Exhale, step, walk, or jump the feet to your hands right at the top of your mat. Halfway lift on an inhale, draw the belly in, lift the back muscles. Exhale, fold. Press down, rise to standing. Grab the right wrist with the left hand and pull the torso over to the side. Come back to center on an inhale, releasing that grip. Exhale in the opposite direction. Inhaling up. Exhale again, empty out and fold. Halfway lift on a breath. Exhale, plant the hands to plank or modified. You can always take this out and go straight to down dog, just so you know. Together, take a full belly breath in. Let's once again lower all the way to the mat as you exhale. Untuck the toes, tops of the feet, light hands, cobra, elbows point back. Exhale through knees or through plank to downward facing dog. Pause. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Make your hands strong. Feel the index finger knuckles press into the mat. On an inhale, fill up with breath. Exhale, step, walk, or jump the feet to your hands. Halfway lift on a breath. Exhale, empty out and fold. Press down, rise up. And one more time, grab the right wrist with the left hand. Put it over to the side. Come back to center on an inhale. Take it over to the opposite side as you exhale. Inhale to center. Exhale, empty out and fold. Halfway lift on a breath. Exhale, plant the hands to plank or modified plank. Together, draw a full breath in. You have a choice now. You can lower halfway or all of the way. Remember, you can always go right back to cobra or to down dog. On an inhale, come up into cobra or up dog. And then exhale back to downward facing dog. Pause and down dog. I'm going to leave the screen for one moment. Just pop over here on the balance page. Hi, everyone. I hope you're having a good practice watching Dominic. I'm right over here on the other screen. Together, take a deep belly breath in. And as you exhale, step, walk, or jump the feet to your hands. Halfway lift on a breath. Exhale, empty out and fold. Rise to standing. The arms come up. And then let's come into chair. So in chair, your knees bend and your weight is in the back side of your body, much more than the front. Hands can be at heart center or arms can be reaching up. Now, I wasn't necessarily going to put chair in this flow, but I took Stephanie's class yesterday and she kept us in chair for a while. And I saw that she signed into class this morning. So you can all thank Stephanie for chair right now. She did breath of fire in this pose. We're not going to. I loved it though. It did warm me up. So, but deepen your breath here, right? Actually, this is what we're going to do. On an inhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms up. Exhale, rebend the knees, sit to chair. Hands can come back to heart center. Those palms together will build some heat. Inhale, straighten the legs, arms reach up. Exhale, bend the knees, hands to heart center and chair. Do that 3 more times. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to bend. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to bend. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, pause in chair. The eyes can be closed or open, but open up across the heart. What would you have me do? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say and to whom? These questions. They're the focus of this practice this morning. And as we get into our bodies and out of our minds, we find answers. To be more specific, they find us. I know you're still in chair. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. All right, we're going to lower all the way down to the mat. Yeah, seated. I'll do this with you. This is also for Stephanie. So you're going to lift the legs up into boat pose. Oh, look, you can see me on both screens. How strange. All right, so you're going to take a deep belly breath in. Stay here. Now your fingertips can be down. Your knees can be bent. Your arms can be up. You can actually also be making waffles at the same time for this if you want to. So together, take a breath in and then come down, Ardha, half boat. Exhale. Inhale, lift it all the way up. Exhale, lower down. You could also just be watching at this point. I have no idea. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower down. Let's do 4 more. Inhale, lift. Remember, fingertips can be down. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. If you're on the playlist that says I can't breathe, exhale, lower. Take a breath. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. 1 more, I think. I can't really count. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Hold. Hands back behind the head. Bicycles. Yeah. So you're just alternating, bringing armpit toward knee. Hello, Dominic. You can't see Dominic if you're on my page, but he's over on the balance page. I'm living in both worlds right now. 2 virtual worlds and a real world. Keep going. I know you're doing these. Just a few more. All right. Draw your knees into your chest. Now, I did just a few of those. We're going to keep doing some other abs. Lift your legs straight up. Yeah. All right. Now, from here, lower your right leg to a hover. Your back can be totally down on the ground. That's fine. And then switch legs. You want a little bit more, hands back behind your head. Lift your shoulder blades up. Now, I did see some of my other friends log into this, Randy and Karen, who do abs with me like this often. So this one's for you, ladies, just so you know. Keep breathing. Maybe the shoulder blades lift up a little higher. If Susan Smelt was on here, she would be going at rapid pace right now with these. I think she's got some classes on YouTube that I've seen. I know Randy and Karen are doing classes on Instagram. Are you still breathing? I know we're here. Just a few more. All right, hug your knees into your chest. Take a full breath in. And a long breath out. So here's the fun part. We're going to go back to bicycles. Yeah, that's good. Is that exciting? Come on, stay with me on this. We are in this together still. Hug the low belly in. Take deep breaths in. Notice the sensations. Long breaths out. Just a few more. How about 3, 2, and 1. And just for Randy and Karen, come back up to boat. And then find your way back to downward facing dog. If you want to move that through a flow to stretch out the abs, go ahead and do that. Stephanie, I'm funny. I mean, I'm funny virtually. I'm funny live. Come on, girl. All right, here we go. We're gonna get a little flow going here. How's everybody doing? Oh, sounds like everyone's great. I love it. So take a full belly breath in. No one's complaining. Lift the right leg up. Exhale, bend the knee in the air. Stack the hips. Yeah. So when you do that, that left foot that's on the ground, make sure that you're on the ball of the left foot, okay? Not rolling over to the side. Make your hands really strong. On an inhale, straighten the right leg, hips parallel. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Yeah. Inhale, lift it all the way back up to down dog. Again, exhale, right knee, right tricep. One more time. Inhale, lift the leg up. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Now, take the knee to the left tricep. Bring it back to the right tricep. Place the foot in between the hands, stand the ball of the back foot, or lower the back knee to modify crescent lunge. So notice your body. This is the practice to get out of the head and into the body, the sensations of the body, the weight of the feet on the ground, the lift in the chest. And so if you're leaning forward and you feel a lot of weight moving forward, draw it back slightly. That's it. Hands can be at heart center, arms can be lifted. We're gonna lift them up anyway right now. So on an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, draw the torso forward. So you're hovering the belly over the thigh. Good. From here, take a breath in. And then bring your hands to heart center, straighten the right leg and lift the left. And just so you know, in this pose, you can tap the back toes down as well. Together, draw a breath in. And as you exhale, bend the right knee and hide the left knee behind the right knee. Yeah. Now inhale, straighten the right leg, lift the left leg, it extends out. Exhale, bend the right knee, hide the left knee behind it. One more like that. Straighten the right leg, kick the left leg back, bend the right knee, tap the left knee behind it. Now, from here, step your left foot next to your right. Come all the way up to standing and lift the right leg up in front of you. You got it. Take a breath in. You're on your left foot and your right leg is lifted. Exhale it out. From here, lift the right leg a little higher. Step it back to warrior two. In warrior two, you have the left knee over the ankle, pressing into the outside of the back foot, softening the skin of the shoulders and really noticing breath. Sensation. So if the mind wanders, come back to this moment. Flip the left palm. Inhale, lift, stretch up and back. And as you exhale, make your way back to down dog. That can be through a flow or directly stepping back to downward facing dog. Good. Together, draw a full breath in. Exhale it out. Lift the left leg up on an inhale. Bend the knee in the air, stack the hips as you exhale. And don't keep your weight only in your right hand, even the weight out. On your next breath, straighten the left leg. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. So come all the way forward into plank. Good, kick it back. On an inhale, lift it all the way back up. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. One more like that. Inhale, lift it up, kick it back. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Switch it over to the right tricep. Bring it to the left tricep. Place the foot in between the hands. Come up, high crescent lunge. You're on the ball of the back foot, but please remember that you can keep that back knee lowered as well. So when you're up in that crescent lunge, make sure that the weight is not too far forward, right? You want to draw it back just a little bit. Lift up through the heart. Good. And take a few deep breaths in and out right here. Good. So on the next inhale, you stretch the arms all of the way up. And as you exhale, hover the belly over the left thigh. Keep giving weight to your back foot. Take another deep breath in. And with an exhale, straighten the left leg and lift the right. You can bring your hands to heart center. All right, here we go. Belly breath in. Bend the left knee, tap the right behind it as you exhale. Good. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, bend both knees. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, bend both knees, tap the right behind the left. Step the right foot next to the left. Come to standing, lift the left leg up. Balancing on the right foot. I saw some Dallas friends check in. This is all American Power Yoga training here, right? Getting our rights and lefts, getting really solid in our cueing. So it's been years, but I see my Dallas friends. Hey guys. All right, so from where you are, standing on your right foot, lift the left leg a little higher on an inhale, and then kick it back, warrior two. So the left foot steps back, front knee bends, right? You're just opening up here in this position, extending through the arms and deepening the breath. I know you're here. Get into your body. Notice your feet, notice your hands, the breath, the beating of the heart. Flip the right palm, inhale, lift, stretch up and back. And as you exhale, move yourself through vinyasa or step directly back to downward facing dog. Just noticing breath in and breath out. Yeah, so I can live in both worlds right here for a little bit. Hi. Just popped over to Instagram. How you doing in down dog? You know what, let's do this. While you're just hanging out, let's hang out in plank or modified plank. How about that? You doing okay, Instagram? All right, we're in plank or modified plank. You are deepening your breath. Now, if you have children in the house, don't let those expletives come out, right? Because you're just holding here and breathing. I'm going to ask those questions that I asked from the prayer. Doesn't it sound like a good place to do that? What would you have me do? Don't be sarcastic. Where would you have me go? What would you have me say and to whom? Even in places that are challenging. Even in places that are challenging. I want you to know you can absolutely find a way to get quiet. And from that space of being quiet, you can find the answer to those questions. Together, take a very full breath in and a long breath out. And come either to child's pose or on your knees with eyes closed. Pause. Full breath in. Long breath out. It doesn't matter if you're in the middle of chaos or in stillness. We can still find a way to access connection to the body, and getting out of the swirling thoughts of the mind, to tap into what's real, what's true, what our purpose is. Take a deep belly breath in and a very long breath out, and head back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, make sure your hands are very strong, your breath fluid. Lift the right leg on an inhale, bend the knee, stack the hips with an exhale. On your next breath, straighten your right leg. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Pause here, shift it over to the left tricep. Shift it back to the right tricep. Place the right foot in between the hands, stay on the ball of the right, and reach the arms all of the way up. Together, take a breath in. Same sequence, just edited. And as you exhale, hover the belly over the right thigh. Take a full breath in right here, and then balance on the right foot. Straighten the right leg and lift the left. You're at the top of your mat. Take a full belly breath in. Bend both knees. Hide the left knee behind the right knee when you do that. Step the left foot next to the right foot. Inhale, as you come to standing, lift the right foot up. Pause right here. Take a breath in. Exhale, step back to warrior two. The front knee is bent 90 degrees. The arms are extended. Take a full breath in and a long breath out. Flip the left palm. Inhale, lift, stretch up and back. Straighten the left leg as you stretch back. And then come into triangle. Your hand can go to your quad, to your shin, to the floor, maybe a stack of books or a coffee cup or something right there. I saw someone, I think it was Stephanie, who owns Heartfire Yoga. I think it was her dog that she had her hand on. I don't remember. It was really cute. And so you're here in triangle, elongating both sides of your body, opening up across the heart. You can take the right arm and extend it out over your ears, certainly, yeah. And so from whatever angle of this triangle you're in with the arms, feel an openness across the heart. Really notice the sensations of your body. Take a deep breath in. Return to warrior two, bending that front knee. Reflip the left palm. Inhale, lift, stretch up and back. We're going to come into a low lunge twist. So swivel the right heel up. Bring the right hand down on the inside of the left foot and stretch the left arm up. Please remember that the back knee can come down also at any time. I just keep hopping into Instagram. Checking in on Dominic. He's doing well. Oh, hello. Take a deep belly breath in and make your way back to down dog, either through a flow or not. That's your choice. I'm glad we're here together today. So let's take a moment as you pause in down dog to really notice this body, to notice this breath, and to check in with how you're feeling. In fact, let's do this. Take a breath in. Exhale, step walk or jump the feet to your hands. Halfway lift on a breath. Exhale, empty out and fold. Open your feet past hip distance and catch your elbows. So here's your opportunity. If you want to type in how you're feeling, you can type in like, I'm feeling wonderful. I'm going to type in for me how I'm feeling. And then you can come back to the forward fold. This is not breaking the moment. This is part of the moment. I am excited. That's what I am. I'm excited. So let me know how you're doing. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a word. Or stay in your forward fold. It's totally up to you. You got it. Breathe here. Feel your feet against the ground. Notice the weight of your head. It's just a check-in. Just a time to, good, I'm getting some thumbs up, a time to ask yourself, how are you? Grounded, grateful. It's important to know that even though we're practicing in what feels like isolation, we are still part of a community together. Together, take a breath in. And as you exhale, bring your feet back to underneath your hips. Halfway lift on a breath. I'm grateful too, Heidi, thank you. And as you exhale, just plant the hands and step back to downward facing dog. Just a little check-in. It's important to take that time to acknowledge how we're feeling. On your next inhale, lift that left leg up, and exhale, you'll bend the knee in the air and stack the hips. On an inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Good. And then sweep it over to the right tricep. Sweep it back to the left. Place the foot in between the hands, stay on the ball of the right, and come all the way up, high crescent lunge. So as you breathe up into high crescent lunge, feel the weight evenly distributed in both feet. Take a full belly breath in. And as you exhale, hover the belly over the left thigh. The arms can be extended forward or hands to heart center. Draw a deep breath in, and then come to balance at the top of your mat. Straighten the left leg and lift the right. On an inhale, lengthen out through the right leg. Exhale, bend both knees. Hide the right knee behind the left. Good. Step the right foot next to the left foot. And then inhale, come to standing, lifting the left leg up in front of you. Good. Feel the weight down in the right foot. Take a deep belly breath in. And then step that left foot back to warrior two. Front knee bends, arms extend. Find a spot forward to look at. I'm looking at the names of people that are joining the screen. Absolutely a part of the moment. It's making me smile. Hi, Scott. Hey, Barb. Pause here. Flip the right palm, inhale, lift, stretch up and back and straighten the right leg. And as you exhale, come into triangle, your right hand to your quad, not on your knee, but maybe on your shin. Adele, how are you? See my friends from Dallas. Look how fortunate we are, to some of us to be in triangle as I'm having this conversation, but to be together in community and to be in our bodies. So maybe the left arm extends out over the ear. Get into your bodies. Notice your feet. Notice your breath. This new way of building a connection to ourselves and to others. From where you are, draw a full belly breath in. And with an exhale, return to warrior two, rebending the front knee. So the right foot forward is forward, and so is the right arm. You're gonna reflip the right palm. Inhale, lift, stretch up and back. And on your exhale, the left hand comes down on the inside of the right foot, and the right arm stretches up. Yeah, opening up, give weight to that back foot as well. And so in this space here, feel as much openness as you can. Elongate the spine. Take a full belly breath in. And as you come into this exhale, we'll step back to plank or modified. It feels like a really nice time to either go to child's pose, grab some coffee, or to do just a few push-ups. So that's your choice, right? From your knees or from not your knees. That would be from plank. Take a breath in. Yeah, exhale, lower. Push back up on an inhale. Get the breath going. Exhale, lower. Remember, knees can be down. Inhale, come back up. We're just gonna do like 25 more, no big deal. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back up. How about 2 more? Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Hold it here for 3, for 2, and on 1, go to child's pose or on your knees with eyes closed. If down dog feels better on your body for a moment, do that. Notice breath in. And notice breath out. The questions that I started practice with have nothing to do with answers that come from here, and everything to do with answers that come from your heart. I'll repeat those questions from A Course in Miracles again. What would you have me do? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say, and to whom? You know, we can pay just as much attention to each other in a different way, but we can do that virtually. Even on the phone, you can notice the tone of someone's voice if you're really tuning into them. You notice what they're posting, and what they're posting often shows how they're feeling. And so we do this work of getting into our own bodies to build the ability to find connection with ourselves first, and then extend that connection to others. I'm gonna pop into Instagram one more time. Hey guys, good to see you. All right. Let's go through one more flow, maybe 2, I haven't decided. Downward facing dog. So notice the weight of your hands, the pressure on your feet, the openness across your heart. And if it's not there, feel it, create the openness. I got this, Nicole, hike yoga, be love. Here we go, take a breath in, lift the right leg up. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips. Now, I'm gonna give you enough time here. If you wanna flip this, you can go ahead and do that. That just places the right foot down, and then the right arm reaches up. Yeah, together, draw a breath in. Come back to that one-legged down dog with the right leg straight. On an inhale, push through that right heel. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. You can bend the elbows if you want to, you don't have to. Kick it back up this time on an inhale. Now bring the right knee to the left tricep, and you can bend the elbows or not, you don't have to. Inhale, kick it back up, all the way back up behind you. And exhale, place the right foot in between the hands. Stay on the ball of the left, same sequence. Rise up, high crescent lunge, maybe a few pit stops in between. And as you exhale, we're gonna come into warrior 3 for just a moment. So you hover the belly over the right thigh and straighten the right leg and lift the left. Pause here in warrior 3. Expand across the heart, press down through your right heel, kick back through your left. Take a full breath in. Same thing as before. Exhale, bend both knees. Tuck the left knee behind the right. This time we're going to come up into tree. So the left foot can place against the right leg. It can also float in the air. But you're in tree pose with the right foot down and the left foot placed on the right leg. Hands at heart center or not. That's your choice. Notice your breath in. Notice balance and imbalance. Notice your breath out. Take another deep belly breath in right here. And as you exhale, place the left foot down and lift the right foot up. You're now balancing on your left foot with your right leg lifted. So there's an opportunity here as we step back into Warrior Two to make a pit stop in half moon. Have you ever considered a pit stop in half moon? So I'll do that with you. You're going to kick the right leg back. The left hand does not have to come down to the floor. The right leg lifts. Take a breath in right here and then bend the left knee. Step back to Warrior Two, wobbly or stable. Ground down through your feet. Flip the left palm, inhale, lift, stretch up and back, and straighten the left leg. You've got another opportunity. Exhale, triangle, or you can go back to half moon. That's a choice. And here's why I give options, because all different levels are practicing and also all different desires in the moment, no matter what your level is. So notice wherever you are, an openness across the heart, breath in and breath out. From where you are, draw a deep belly breath in. Head back to Warrior Two. The front knee bends, the right leg straight behind you. Flip the left palm again. Keep the left knee bent. Stretch up and back. And then low lunge twist, just like we did before. Right hand down, right heel up. Okay, you can stay right here, just like this. Or I'm going to modify this. You can lower your right knee. We're going to side plank. Right knee under, right hip. Kickstand the right foot. Lift the left leg up. Modified side plank or not at all. You can stay in this twist. So from where you are, wherever that is, draw a full belly breath in. Now, as you exhale, if the left foot moved, bring it back forward. So place the left foot back at the top of the mat. We're in that twist still. Might have to make some readjustments for that. Extend through the fingertips of the left hand on a breath. This exhale, bring the left hand down. Step back to plank. Pause. 0 to 3 push-ups. Move through a flow or not, head back to downward facing dog. How we doing, everybody? I didn't hear any reply. It's like sometimes on Sundays when I say, how you doing, everybody? And I do hear Jan always, and I see Jana. And so Jan, I'm happy you're with us today. Together, take a breath in. Weight in your hands, take a breath out. Lift the left leg on an inhale. Exhale, bend the knee in the air, stack the hips. Open up across the heart. You can stay right here or you can flip this. That's your choice. Good. On your next inhale, come back to that one-legged downward facing dog. Exhale, left knee, left tricep, bend the elbows or not. That's a choice. Inhale, kick the leg back up. Exhale, left knee, right tricep, bend or not. Inhale, kick it back up. Exhale, come forward again. Good. Place the foot in between the hands and rise up, high crescent lunge. Take a full breath in. Ground down through your feet. Take a full breath out. The arms can stay where they are. They can extend. Elongate the spine on a breath. We're heading to Warrior Three. Hover the belly over the left thigh. Straighten the left leg. Lift the right. Pause. Notice the body. You can't think yourself into a balance. It's got to get into the body. This work, so important to connect. Bend both knees. Hide the right knee underneath the left knee. Well, behind it, right? Now from here, we're coming up into tree. So the right foot places on the left leg, or it hovers out to the side. Notice breath in. Notice breath out. Notice the weight of your left foot on the ground, the lift in the torso. Together, take a full breath in. And with an exhale, place the right foot down and lift the left leg up in front of you. As you weight down in the right foot, this transition begins an opportunity to come into half moon before you step back into warrior two. So you stack the left hip over the right hand is down, the left arm is lifted. Take a full breath in. Step back to warrior two. As you exhale, the right knee is bent, the arms are extended, the left leg is straight, pressing into the outside of the back foot. Soften the skin of the shoulders. Tune into the body. Find ease even in a place where there is effort. Flip the right palm. Inhale, lift, stretch up and back, and straighten the right leg. You've got a choice again to go into triangle or back to half moon. That is at your discretion. Whatever it is that you want to bring into this practice in this moment. Open up across the heart. Notice the breath and the beating of the heart, and the opening and the shakiness. Return to warrior two, rebending the front knee. Reflip the right palm. Inhale, lift, stretch up and back. And you're coming into that low lunge twist. So your left hand is down, your left heel lifts, and your right arm stretches up. Please remember that you can stay right here. It's a fine place to stay. But you can also step into side plank or modified side plank in that space. Good. Stay in the left hand, the opening, the expansion, the shakiness. Stay in the body. Take a full breath in. And if you move the right foot from the top of the mat, place it there. Long breath out. A little change right here. We're still in that low lunge twist for just a moment more. Draw a breath in. And as you exhale, bring the right hand down. Step the left foot forward to come to the top of the mat. Halfway lift on a breath. And exhale, fold. You're going to move into a forward fold that feels right for you. Let me explain what that means. You can open your feet wide and catch your elbows. You can interlace your hands to your low back. You can use your peace fingers, right? And grab your big toes. Put your hands underneath your feet. Pause. What would you have me do? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say, and to whom? Just those words, just those questions, just this really incredible opportunity to get into the body, to get quiet, and to let the answers come to you. There will be impulses, noticings. I should call this person. I want to do this. I want to offer this. Whatever that is. Get quiet and listen. We are moving into a hip stretch next. So for those of you that are familiar with pigeon, right? Half pigeon. You can do that forward on your mat. It's basically this shape with this right knee bent here. Some people like to take this laying down. So it can look just like this, laying down. And those of you, I'm sorry, I'm using language and you're not seeing me do anything. I'm laying on my back with my right ankle crossed over my left thigh and my left foot lifted up. You can head there, or you can head into a more, I guess, traditional, right? Where the shin does not have to be parallel. Front of the mat, and then you make sure that your weight is not all the way over on the right, that it's more centered. The arms come forward. And you give your attention to your breath, to your inhales, to your exhales. To the filling up and the emptying out. So as you hear, notice breath in and breath out. You can get quiet. Still. Notice the sensations in your body. What does it feel like to come into a space of a bit more rest? Please take 4 more deep breaths in and out before transitioning to the other side. So as you slowly begin to make that transition to the other side, notice the way the body feels, what it needs on this side. Being able to tune into what it is that we need is an important part of self-care. I am seeing some people just join us now. So you know this will be available from the beginning once the live has ended. But we will be in a few moments going into a meditation and Shavasana and then meditation. So you're more than welcome to stick around for that. In this hip opener, if that's where you are, what can you do to bring a bit more ease to the body? Maybe a bit more softness. To give your attention to breath and sensations. Let's take 6 more rounds of breath here before we meet laying down. So over the next few breaths, you'll start to make your way to lay down. Ask you to draw your right knee when you get there into your chest, please. And extend the right leg straight up. It does not have to be straight. Your hands come behind your right thigh, closer to your groin than your knee. And just begin to notice here, deep belly breaths in and long breaths out. This slowing down. Anchoring into the breath, to the sounds around you, to the sensations within you. The mind's job is to think. Keep coming back to what's happening in this moment, not to the draw of thinking forward or back. Bend your right knee. Take your left hand to the outside of that right knee and just draw it across the body for a spinal twist. Your eyes can close if they're open. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out, and come back to center, extending the right leg down to the mat, drawing the left knee in towards your chest and extending the left leg straight up. Remembering it doesn't have to be straight. You notice breath in and notice breath out. Start to bend the left knee, take the right hand to the outside of the left foot, cross it over your body, spinal twist. Take a breath in, a long breath out, and Shavasana. We'll come into a brief Shavasana and then enter into more of a meditation from Shavasana. Together, breathe in. Sigh it out. Let's just take a few moments of silence here together. You are more than welcome to stay laying down. To simply come into a place of complete rest. To extend this Shavasana. But you can also begin to make your way to seated. To a more awakened place for meditation that is up to you. So whatever you've chosen to come into, just together again, take a full breath in and a long breath out. What would you have me do? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say, and to whom? These questions have guided the physical practice. I'd like them to guide this seated or laying down practice as well. Not to search for answers, but to simply let them be what guides quietly, our reasoning for being silent. Remembering that the job of the mind is to think we come back to an anchor. Maybe your anchor is the weight of your body against the floor, or your hands against your lap, some sort of body noticing that is happening in this moment. Maybe your anchor is your breath, the feel of an inhale, the noticing of an exhale. Or maybe it's sound. Whatever it is, continue to anchor back into that when the mind does what it does and gives its attention to thinking. You come back. When you hear the simple word anchor throughout this meditation, you'll know that it's a gentle reminder to anchor to breath or sound or body. Anchor. 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 Remembering that the mind gives its attention, it thinks. That's what it does. And so we come back to the sound of this moment, or the breath, or the sensations in the body. We're training our brain compassionately to come back. And so the workout is the coming back. If there was no drifting, there would be no work. So every time you notice the attention has drifted to thought, make the object of your attention something else. Breath, or body, or sound. If you have been laying down, you've got several moments to do this, but please, very slowly, start to make your way to a seated position. Those of you seated, maybe you resituate the body in a way that brings more ease. I notice I lean forward often, maybe a tucking of the chin and a slight softening and leaning back. And certainly keep the eyes closed. These questions that guided our physical and then our meditative practice, I'd like to end with again today. What would you have me do? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say, and to whom? There are so many opportunities, even now, to connect to one another. And even more beautifully, opportunities to connect to ourselves. To begin to get to know ourselves in a more intimate way is courageous and challenging work. But from that space of connection with self, at least for me, I found the ability to really tune into and understand the other. This is not a time to isolate. While we remain physically distant, we do not have to be distant to what each other needs and what we need. So I encourage you to begin or continue your meditation practice. Whether you are an adult or a student, child, a teenager, we have many resources, and there are many beautiful resources out there. The Balance Webster website, YouTube channels under Erica Ebert and Balance. It's a community rich right now in self-discovery. And so together, draw a deep breath in. And if you'd like to, your hands as you exhale can come to heart center, or one hand to your belly and one to your chest. The mantra of balance is, the words you speak become the house you live in. How incredible right now. Because for many of us, this feels like our house, this body. And how we speak impacts greatly how we feel. Take care of your home and your foundation. Thank you all so much for joining me today. The light and the truth in me does honor and does see that, even virtually, within each of you. Together we say, Namaste.